Civil society matters a lot to EBRD because EBRD is a public organization. It's owned by governments. Civil society represents the views of an important part of our stakeholder community, taxpayers, and we invite them to the annual meeting to have an understanding, a better understanding of what the EBRD does with the money of its countries of operations and its member countries, what are the priorities of the bank, the strategy of the bank, the policies of the bank. Civil society has an important role to play in both understanding that, shaping that to a large extent, sometimes criticizing those things, but it's important that we hear them. It's important that we react to the comments that they make, and we think the civil society program at the annual meeting is an important opportunity for that. Of course, it goes on all year long, that we have opportunities for interaction with civil society, but the annual meeting is a big forum in which we give them much greater access to a wider range of interlocutors of the bank. The priorities for the Civil Society Engagement Unit and the bank's approach to working with civil society organizations in 2012 focus very much around the new region, so we really have a lot of work to do to get to better known in that region, for them to understand us, for us to understand them. An important part of what we do now under the new public information policy is we'll be posting our draft strategies in the local language. This, I think, will give local civil society organizations more access to what the bank is doing. Hopefully it opens up new opportunities for engagement with civil society organizations. We intend to try to expand our outreach through use of social media and other new technologies in order to broaden our understanding of what's going on in our countries of operations and have them understand better what EBRD is doing. And we want to start to move in a direction of greater capacity building with civil society organizations. We heard that a lot this morning at our discussion with civil society organizations here. They talk a lot about the nascent sort of civil society movements in some of these countries, but that they're starved for expertise, they're starved for finance. If there's some way that we can, within our mandate, help in the capacity building, the important capacity building exercise that some of them are undergoing now, we would like to try and do that in 2012 as well and beyond. A big feature of the bank's program this year is focused around its expansion into the southern and eastern Mediterranean region. This is an important new dimension of the bank's work. It's coming as a result of a call from the bank's shareholders as well as from the international community more generally for EBRD to apply some of what it's learned in its historic region of operations to this new region in the southern and eastern Mediterranean region. These are countries which need a lot of help, where there are other organizations certainly working there, but EBRD brings something specific, particularly its focus on the private sector, and we think we can make a big difference in that region. Of course, this is of interest to civil society organizations both in that new region and in the existing region, and we actually think there's an opportunity for them to learn from each other. One of the things we would like to do is to find ways in which the organizations that have been established now over 20 years of transition in our historic region can apply some of their own lessons directly to civil society organizations in the CEMED region.